Ron DeSantis went to Montana and Idaho to try to convince them to join the GOP's call to have a constitutional convention. We have not had a constitutional convention since the Constitution was written. Now, the Republicans are lying and saying it's about passing a balanced budget amendment, but if that was the case, they would use the same process we have used to make an amendment, which is it gets proposed in Congress, passes by 2/3, and then gets ratified by 3/4 of the states. You have a constitutional convention when you want to rewrite the Constitution, to change it. When Hitler came to power in 1933, by the end of 1933, there was no functioning German constitution. Now, what would they want to change? Well, we have a leader that calls protests he doesn't like illegal, in fact, illegally canceling people's visas who participate in their right to protest. Because if you are a student or a legal resident or a green card holder, you have the right to protest. You have those human rights. He's also been snatching folks off the street for demonstrating free speech, writing an article, because you do have the right as a legal resident in any form to free speech. They've also skipped due process for people, which, documented or undocumented, asylum or not, you have the right to due process. And remember that any person that this can happen to, if it can happen to green card holders, legal residents, students, it can also happen to you. What else have they talked about? Getting rid of judges that stop illegal orders. What else are they doing? Buying election races. There's a large percentage of MAGA that wants to repeal the 19th Amendment. But I don't think that any of those are the goal. They're not the ultimate goal. Yes, they want to overhaul the Constitution in their image and make Christianity the national religion. That's not the main goal. This is. They want a king. And it will change the way the government operates. Because if this happens and they get all the other things that they want, the United States not only will no longer have the right to free speech, freedom of the press, or the right to assemble, we will have no checks and balances to the equivalent of the 1933 Reichstag Fire Decree and the Enabling Act. Now, I don't think they'll get this done. They need 34 states to hold a convention. 38 states have to ratify every single change they propose. However, it is very troubling that they're doing it in the first place. And two, they have shown repeatedly that the laws don't matter to them.